a great fight here. I'm really excited to see how Queixinho, what kind of strategy he uses against Fortuna. He's been fighting big guys all day today. In his division, he registered for middleweight, and he's naturally, a lightweight. He's not a middleweight at all, and he ended up winning that.
Yeah, I think you said it. This is about strategy. I mean, Queixinho's got to have a better strategy just to equalize the leverage that his opponent has, just on size and experience. I mean, when we say someone's bigger, he's bigger, and he's really good.
Yeah, right.
That's not a great combination to deal with.
Do you think he should pull guard maybe, or being the smaller guy?
Oh. Foot sweeps?
Foot sweeps.
See, here's the thing. Shots to guard, pulls to standing. So you're just really mixing up standing to guard, standing to guard. I mean, you got to step outside of a traditional, I'm either pulling guard or trying to take down.
Right.
You got to be transitioning to all different elements and dimensions.
You have to change the vertical plane that the match is taking place on.
Right.
Yeah. Look for little openings there.
It is hard not to root for the smaller guy in any combat situation.
Plus, look at him. He should be a model. Look at this guy. Good-looking guy over here.
He's had a great day today so far. I mean, I think he's double gold so far, right?
Yeah, wow.
Would this be triple gold?
No, this would be double.
Double, okay.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing, too? Let me point this out. I'll say refereeing is the toughest job. These guys referee, they compete, and then they go back to refereeing.
I know, it's amazing, man. It really is. It really is.
You know, you got to deal with people like me, who's on the side yelling. And
And here we go, 10 minutes. This is the adult open division. Queixinho is from Camarillo Association, San Jose. And Marcel Fortuna is, of course, a Half Gracie, Kurt Oceana. And he's immediately going to the pass.
God, you can see the size difference.
He's got his hips turned, so it doesn't. That's a very dominant position for top. Did he get shield? Yeah.
A good knee shield can be really difficult to deal with.
But he's got so much weight forward already.
It's but once that shield gets smashed, you're kind of in a bad spot.
Speaking of reffing, I look out of the corner of my eye and I see Shamir out there reffing a match.
Wow, that was beautiful. Yeah, and he fought earlier today.
What kind of grip does Sheen have with his right hand? It looks like he let it go.
$10 minutes is a long time.
The thing is the subtle movements and strategies and posturing.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is a game of just tiny dimensions.
Camarillo, you know, it's funny too. You at the higher level, the coaches take the same subtle approach at times than the black belts that are competing. It's not like on a white belt, you got to constantly remind him of where to be.
Yeah,
you're right.
I say at the higher level, I kind of give my voice a rest a little bit.
Pick your spots. Have you ever found that maybe when you're coaching, sometimes you're also telling the other guy what your guy should be doing?
Yeah. But at this point, I'm lucky if my student hears me, you know?
Yeah. Queixinho's playing, got a little bit of a...
That's Marcelo on top, right, you said?
Marcel, yeah.
Marcel?
Yes, sir.
One thing I'm going to notice right away, he's the bigger guy, but he's not being a brute.
No, he's not.
He is using his weight, but he's not overly excited. That's dangerous. Like, he's not taking the advantage as, oh, I got this.
Right.
He's going to be solid until that match ends.
In his last match against Nate Mendelsohn, the first 8 minutes, it was very much like this, and then when he saw an opportunity, he turned it on and overwhelmed Mendelsohn, and it was like he kicked it up to another level.
Right.
It was amazing to watch. But, yeah, at the end of the day with some of these guys, I mean, they work together all the time. They know each other. They're not physically, most of the time, I would say most of the time, these guys aren't trying to hurt each other.
Right.
You know, they're it's a sport and it's an art, and obviously people can get hurt for sure because you're twisting arms and legs and choking people, and sometimes the reality of that does come back and remind us how dangerous it is, but he's definitely not trying to hurt a smaller man here, but for sure he wants to win.
And he's not going to do something hasty to put himself in a bad position.
Sure. Yeah, because, I mean, let's not forget, Queixinho is a black belt, and he's a competitor, and if Marcel makes a mistake, he's for sure going to try to take the opportunity to capitalize on it.
He's picking it up just a little bit on his stocking.
Got about 6 minutes left.
What a chess match.
Queixinho thought about maybe shooting down there a little bit.
A lot of that, because he didn't commit, is to see a reaction. If you notice, he didn't really commit to that. And if nothing happens, that's what did happen in that exchange. See, like that, and then a guard pull, beautiful.
Trying to gauge, huh, right? Where?
Yeah, because
Almost a jab.
Oh, yeah, he knew he wanted out of there too. Like a jab, it's all about range. It's how his opponent is reacting to it. It's feeling the weight of your opponent. I don't know how many times these guys have competed against each other, but like for fights, same thing. I'm not in there. I'm your coach. I'm not in there. You feel his strength,
right?
And we're gonna adapt to that. We're gonna, our strategy may change a little bit.
And that's something as a coach that can be hard too, because you can be giving someone direction, do this, do that, and you might not see that, their wrist is pinned down or their arms trapped or their legs entangled, and the student knows it, but you don't. So it's kind of like a working together of the student and the coach.
Right.
And you have some students that just don't listen at all, right? They can't hear you, or they're just too wrapped up into what's happening.
Yeah, I've had some that don't listen at all, and I don't even blame them. I just think it's a case where they, not kind of like stage fright, they just kind of go on reaction mode.
Sure.
And that's where you see personalities play out a lot. I think there's a type of personality, takes great coaching, like a GSP, for example, and can do something with it, can be a world champion.
What's Queixinho working here for?
I think he's making sure he's always locked into something. So that right hook, now it's on the hip. It keeps him not too far away, not too smashed, with his knees open. See, I don't even think he fully committed to that. He wants the omoplata. He does not want the triangle. So on Queixinho's right side, he's a little weak because he has that stack opportunity. Marcel has the stack on Marcel's left. On Marcel's right, he's wrapped up. So I'd say it's 50-50 in terms of one side's good for Queixinho, the other side's not doing too well. And so this is a battle for grips.
It's amazing to watch a lot smaller man be in this fight.
And the respect Marcel's giving him. It's like a roller coaster, because the last minute's going to be crazy.
Yeah, right.
You hear the da-da-da-da-da-da right, it's about to go over right now.
I've never thought of a match that way, but you're absolutely right.
I also noticed it's getting way more structured on the competition side of things. A lot of penalties being given. Can't talk to the ref. Got to tie your own gi when the referee tells you.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think
You
it's
can't
good.
stall.
Right.
Untie your belt, then tie it back up.
Well, and it kind of stops some of the things that used to happen back in the day when maybe an athlete or a team would intimidate a ref a little bit into making a call.
Oh, I've seen it all.
Right.
Yeah, I bet.
You name it.
Now you can't take that route, and The referee's job, they have a hard job, and the last thing they need is
It's the worst job.
is somebody arguing with them every single match.
In all due respect, it's great because we need good referees, and a lot of these guys work very, very hard. And I say that because there's a lot of yelling going on. Because from a coach's perspective, it's hard for your student to hear you.
Yes.
And you're with them all the time. And that's the passion that I have, just to, and a referee's perspective is like, please leave me alone. I just want to ref this match.
So easy to blame the ref for something.
Yeah, it is.
And he's usually the first guy that gets blamed because in the heat of the moment, most people don't go, hey, I messed up.
Right.
It's easier to go, that guy screwed me,
Yeah.
Got about 2.5 minutes down. It's still tied up, 1 penalty apiece. Marcel's really working for that takedown.
The only thing I see is that Marcel has forced Queixinho to stand in base from his guard because he's put pressure on the guard. Now, we start getting into there's points, there's advantages, and then what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because what if it's tied?
Then it purely goes off the ref's opinion. And if he's thinking about things like that,
right,
then he'll get it. And if he's not, then he won't. And that really goes to what do you do as an athlete to stand out a little bit in the ref's mind.
Right.
So when he has to make that decision, he goes, oh, hey, he made him stand up.
Deep
so,
half.
Yeah.
See, now this might be the most profound thing to happen.
How effective is this position when you got a big guy on top of you?
It's really effective. I'll tell you why. If he controls both feet properly. I say the same thing with wrestlers, because wrestlers and big guys want one exit. They want one out. But both feet are trapped. And so what he's doing, especially when it's 0-0, this is a system that he's got. This is a hub for him. And he's slowly playing the weight and moving his weight and see how he reacts. Oh, now you got Marcel going for the foot.
I'm not sure what happened there. Did you know what Andre Glazinski was referring to? Did he warn somebody?
I don't know.
On the side here?
Figure it out.
And then I don't know what's going on. Translation, quick.
It's got about a minute and a half left in this match.
But what a chess match.
We are live in the finals of the adult black belt open weight. This is, Queixinho is on bottom.
So I think Queixinho's got to start rocking the base a little bit, start moving that weight around to at least show the head judge that he's trying to get that sweep. Right now he's very cautious.
And we've got Marcel Fortuna, Half Gracie black belt on top. Queixinho has been going up against bigger guys all day today, and he's been able to pull out the victory. It'll be interesting to see. There's 1 minute left. It's tied up.
Wow.
Marcel's on top. Queixinho's on bottom.
Hey, listeners at home, do you guys feel this?
This is awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to stand up right now.
I know, it's awesome.
I think I'm going to do a cartwheel if Queixinho wins.
Yeah, right. Queixinho just peeked out the back door at his coach, Kyle.
Oh, attacked. They're beautiful.
He's going to go for the foot.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Got a nice toe hold, and he's got a reciprocated toe hold, and his foot slipped off.
Oh!
About 15 seconds left. Queixinho.
Oh!
That was awesome.
Did you see him hit that wall? Now, all he has to do is pull guard, and he won the match. All he has to do is hold him off right here, and he won this match.
Whoa.
Unless that happens. Okay, I think he won the match.
Is Glazinski or one of the side refs going to give an advantage to Marcel at this point, though? I think he won the match, though. I think he did enough to win.
I think he won the match.
Wow.
That was not an advantage for the pass.
Even if he got it, I still think he did enough to get the decision.
Oh, there is an advantage.
Yeah, that's for Queixinho, right? He has the advantage.
Okay, I didn't even see the score.
Yeah. Yeah, he has the advantage.
Yeah, even if they tie it up, Queixinho won this.
I agree. I think so.
Wow, man. What a day for Queixinho.
Whoa, beautiful.
Nice job. What a fantastic match that was there in the finals.
Bravo.
Good job, Queixinho from Camarillo defeats Marcel Fortuna by 1 advantage.
That was some Gracie Jiu-Jitsu right there. The small guy beating bigger guys all day long.
That was awesome.
Just like we said in the beginning, it came down to the strategy of the match. That's what it did. And he took a very smart strategy and was able to get the win. He's being celebrating right now with his teammates, getting some group hugs. And well deserved.
Well
Yeah.
deserved. And
And
that guy reffed today,
Yeah, he did.
ladies and gentlemen.
He's shaking his coach Cautera's hand. And
I have to be honest, I didn't think he was going to pull that one off.
That was outstanding.
We have Estella on the sideline here, and we're going to jump right over to Queixinho and get his thoughts on the match. Take it away, Stella.
Thank you, Tim. Osvaldo, wow. I mean, we were all at the edge of our seats. What could you tell us that was going on through your head when all of this during the match?
I don't know. I already fought Marcel, and he's really tough competitor, and I knew this was going to be hard. But since the beginning, since my first match, since I signed up for since when I signed up for the Absolute, I was believing on my jiu-jitsu. I was believing in me, and yeah. At the end of the fight, I saw like he's got tired, and I started to getting excited. At the end of the fight, I saw, oh, I can't win this match, and then I went to the foot lock and sweeping, and got the advantage to win the fight.
You really challenged yourself today. I heard that you moved up in a weight class, and is that something that you and your team decided to do together?
Yeah, since we bring our students here to fight, to compete, and to compete for the twin trophy. We accept all the challenge, and we try to bring as much students as we can, and we try to compete as much as we can. And I had no opponents on the lightweight, and me and Kyle Samir, we decided to move up to the middleweight, and so I could get a fight and get points for the team.
Now, how do you plan to celebrate this big win? Tell us, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't sure about competing in the Open, and Kyle said, no, you're going to compete, you and Samir. And Samir preferred to don't compete. And I said, okay, I'm in. And since I said I'm in, I did my best, and now I just want to be with my family, my wife, daughter, my friends, and celebrate.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you. Back to the guys now.
Thanks, Stella. That was an amazing victory there. Exciting match. And like we were saying before we threw it over, it came down to the strategy, and Queixinho executed it perfectly for a match going against a guy that's much bigger than him.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is a game of millimeters. He played that perfectly well. Everything he did was calculated on not giving up an advantage, even attacking at times, but there's precise, like we were talking about earlier, the less experience you have, the white belts, the blue belts, sometimes attack and it's tunnel vision. Queixinho attacks. He knows right at that extent of where he's going to cross that line between, it either gives him value or it puts him in a bad position, and then he retreats. And then same thing with the passing, like he was standing base over and over. And then right at the end, gaining a great position, a great hub, attacking the foot knowing he has 30 seconds left, and coming out with the victory. A lot of people will look at that and go, wow, there wasn't a lot of points, there wasn't a submission. That right there is jiu-jitsu I like to see, because it goes down a little bit more scientific, a little bit more logical, and a very smart, small man overcoming the strengths of a larger opponent. Beautiful.
Absolutely. I wonder if Marcel maybe should have been a little more aggressive during the match. We talked about how he was very calm, but he never really tried to overwhelm Queixinho. It seemed like he just kind of...
I expected a little bit more towards the end, but I think what threw him off was he was in that deep half, of Queixinho. And when you're in a situation like that, you're like, wow, this is super close. Maybe I'll come, he started attacking the foot, but then he's like, it was kind of weird. I just think he was shut down by a little bit of fear of losing by advantage.
Yeah.
And in the end, Queixinho just took an opportunity, and Marcel didn't have an answer.
And he ended up losing by advantage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He really had the patience to wait for that opportunity, too.
Oh, man, last 30 seconds. That's 9 minutes and 30 seconds right there.
That's a long, long time.
To be focused.
Yes.
After, I'm going to say it again, refereeing all day.
Yeah.
And dealing with coaches that are yelling all over the place.